Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video and I'm working on a 6x12 layout, but is it really 6x12? No, it's more because I've got this handy dandy flip out here. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get all of this done, this and the backside. They're all kind of similar. This has a slightly different color palette, but it's all pictures from Ghent. We took a day trip. We were based in Brussels. We took a day trip out to Ghent and then Bruges. So I definitely want to scrap those because look at these insanely beautiful buildings. This one was one of my favorites. So I've already pulled out some things here. I've got papers, stickers, things I might use that I had in my bin. I also have my package of ephemera that has sayings that are all in French and Dutch. Now in Ghent and Bruges, it's more common to hear Dutch than it is to hear French, but I do have both available. I also have some acrylics. This one says, or where is it? This one. This one says France, so I'm saving that for when we're in Lille, obviously. But I do like this one. It kind of matches with this building. So I might see if I can fit that on there. It's going to be tight. It's quite wide there, but it might work. And I don't remember what this one says under here, so I'll open that up in a minute and look. And then I do also have some specialty papers or transparencies that I put in here that I thought might work with this trip. Now, this one says Amsterdam, but there are some others in there, but they're all kind of themed to go with this. These might be too busy to work with anything I've got going here, but you never know. When I opened up the acrylics, this was the other one that was in there. So the color definitely matches, but I don't know if I like the Born to Roam title or phrase for this, so I think I probably won't use that. I will just save it for something else. If I can get it back in here, there we go. But I still like the idea of potentially using this one, so I haven't given up on that. I'm also wondering about these stickers that I threw in here. Some of the colors might be okay, depending on what I've got going on there, but they're very busy, and I'm wondering if this side might be better because of the colors. There is some pink in there like what you see, but I just feel like maybe it's too much. I'm kind of striking out so far. I did open this and looked at these. Everything in here is way too busy. So I forgot I have a transparency of this and I just have paper of it. So one is much more clear than the other, but even so, way too busy, as are all of the other things in there. So that's a no. In my pile of papers, I had this. And I freaking love it. The colors actually match what I've got going, but it's so intricate and busy. I would love to maybe be able to use a piece here. I actually think it works pretty well with what you see there, but I'm wondering, should I cut it down and mat it on something like a white or maybe even some shade of brown? There is a darker brown in here. I'm just not sure. I love the paper, but I'm not sure I can get away with that. But I do have a couple of other options. I do have just this brick, which might do fine. Putting those together is probably too much, but I could do this as a background and then put white on top to journal or embellishments or something. This I think is a little too dark. It's not quite the same as this, so that's probably a no. Is there anything on the other side? This one too, and I know this side's a no, but nope, don't like that. That's white. What's on the other side of this one? Ew, no. And then I have this one. That doesn't match. Oh, definitely not that. We did get some fall colors, but mostly more in Amsterdam. So maybe when I come back to those pictures at the end, maybe I'll use it for that. What about any of these? Definitely not that, but no, none of those are good either. So I decided I would just cut a piece of this to see what would it look like if it was actually cut to size and on there? And you know what? I freaking love it, actually. Is it busy? Yes, but I do love it. So I think what I'm going to do to maybe tone it down a little bit is try to find a big label, maybe in brown, to match some of this, and sort of hang it off the side to give it a neutral and to ground it a little bit. And then I can just journal on it, do a phrase strip, do something that works with all of this. And then I think I need something else here. That may be all I do on this page. Or if I want a visual triangle, I could go here and maybe here along this side and then up here somewhere. I do still have these out. I also have my little bag of ephemera pieces. So I will just look through there and see what I see. I did find this label in my set of brown labels. I'm going to use that one, and I think I'm going to do it like a quarter of the way down like this. And I do think that helps. This brown matches very well. It matches what I've got here. So I'm going to use that. And I'll probably just write in there something like, welcome to Ghent. Or if I had really tiny stickers that matched, maybe I could do that. And then I noticed that in my historic phrase set here, I have some that say historic, walking the path, witness to something. I can't remember what they all say, but maybe one of these dark brown ones will work from one of these other photos. In that set of phrases, I don't think these are meant to go together. The fonts are different and the color's slightly different, but I'm going to use them together anyway. They're both shades of darker brown, so I think it's fine. But I like that it says a witness to history. So I'm going to take those, I think, and put them over here. On this photo, probably closer together, more like that. And then that sets up my visual triangle. So if I want to do that, I've got here, here, and then it will be somewhere up here, either in the water or probably in the sky. All right, I went through my phrases here and I actually found one that's the exact right color. Look at that. It is in French though, instead of Dutch, but I'm going to use it because I like what it says. It says it was a good day. So I think that's applicable. And I'm just going to do it flush to the top like that, maybe put in a staple, but then look how nicely the color matches with what I've got going. So I think that's the obvious choice. I'm moving on now to the flip portion here, and I actually found a piece of paper I really want to use. It's a scrap, and it's not entirely the right size. I thought it was 4x6, but it is not. It is smaller than 4 inches, but the 6 works. But I think what I may do is just cut this down so it's even on all sides, and then pick out like a gray that would be a neutral to put behind it. And I'll have some layering going on. So then I could have the gray as the background, then this over it, and then this. And maybe I can layer some ephemera or some phrases here or something to build that together and make it work. So I cut this down to 3.5 by 5.5. So 1/2 inch on all sides to make it more even, and then I'm going to put it on top of this sort of medium gray cardstock here. I had a different piece picked out first and it was too light. It seemed like it just blended together too much, but I like the color difference here, so I have that. And then I'll layer that, and then I can look for a little subtitle or something else to go along with it. In order to get that to fit well, I'm going to have to tilt it. I tried to do it end to end and it would hang off slightly, or the heart for the dot in the eye there would not line up. So I'm going to have to do it a little off kilter, which I'm actually fine with. It will sit more like that probably. But then I still need something for down here. I didn't find anything in these phrases that I thought was fitting, so I will pull out just my regular travel phrases and see what I can find in there. I have the acrylic piece adhered. Now I've decided I'm going to take this set of chipboard stickers. I'm going to use this one that says together, since my child was with me. And I think I'm just going to do it like that, maybe fairly centered. Let's see. How's that look? Is it even? I think so. And then I could do some splattering with brown ink, which I have. I feel like maybe I should because it feels a little blank, maybe just like around the edges. I did the ink splattering there, and this is what I used. I used Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist, and this color is Light Rosewood. I don't even think they exist anymore or that these are made, but look how much is left in there. It takes forever to use one of these. Now that that's done, I will let that dry, and then all I have left is this side. So I need to find a card to go in here and then just do some quick embellishing. I think I'm going to use this 4x6 card. It matches well with what I've got going up there, I think. And it does have a pattern, but I don't think it's overly busy. And the pattern is leaves, which I also have, so I think it's okay. I do think, however, though, I need something here probably, maybe at the bottom. Well, no, because I don't want it on the same side as this. I'll have to think about that more, or maybe I'll just end up embellishing like overlapping here the top of this card and not doing anything with the photos. I added on this puffy sticker and put a staple in there, and now I think I'm actually going to use these, and I'm going to take out one of the green hearts. I can't decide if I want to use the outer one and have it be open in the middle or use the solid one in the center. I did decide to use the open heart. I liked that you could see through it, so kind of fun. And then it's a smaller pop of that green. This is pretty bright, so I think that's all this one needs though. And I have everything else put together so you can see how this one looks when it's done. And then this was the inside. So here's another one finished for Belgium. Thanks for watching.